My name is Anusha,
My name is Noah.
and today I'm making our first podcast.
Yes. We've been wanting to do this for ages because we think uh everything we have to say is like really important and should be heard by an audience.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of think the most. I'm getting nervous.
I think we have
I'm
the
getting
most.
nervous.
I think we have the most original and important thoughts, like the
Right.
most correct thoughts
Yeah.
ever had. I think everything I think is really unique
Literally,
and
Albert
should
Camus,
be
who the fuck?
written down. Like I think my brain should be printed onto a computer. Wasn't that a
Yeah.
thing? I don't know.
That your brain could be printed onto
I
a
feel
computer?
like I heard something about that once, like years ago, that your like brain could be converted into like an AI thing or something. Maybe it was a dream I had. I don't know. This thing with my
No,
phone is
that's
really
like from Black
tripping me out.
Mirror.
I haven't watched that though. Um, that's pretty cool. Would you want to be an AI?
No.
No.
N-
I'd
I
be an
mean,
evil one.
no. That was actually the whole thing. It was people who didn't want to die, right? So, wee, yo, yo.
Wait, wait. Thank
But
you.
it's for like um oh yeah, but the thing on Black Mirror, right,
Hmm.
was the thing of like people don't want to die, so they're put in this like world where it's technically not them, but it's an like it's their alter ego that's generated so well on AI
Mhm.
that when you die, your like fake version of you goes into that world and where
Mm.
there you live forever. Would you do that?
No,
Why not?
because I'm not conscious in it.
Yeah, but you would low-key be.
Yeah. Then probably.
That was
I don't know. I'm
the.
scared of dying, but still, I'm like, would I? I don't think so.
I honestly think I would. Oh, sorry. I ate.
She
I
ate.
ate
She ate.
with the outfit today, honestly. Sorry. I told you I'm nervous. It's like
You're
being in front
nervous?
of like a really,
It's,
really big.
nothing's happening with this.
It's like
It's just a
being in front
test.
of like a lot of big audience. Not
A lot of big audience. A lot of big people in an
in the
audience.
audience. No, a lot
Right.
of audience.
Just a big audience, right?
What was I gonna say? No, because I think that we should probably introduce ourselves a little bit, which is probably the like the most boring part of a podcast. If you're listening to a new podcast, like if you're even willing to do that in our generation with our
Or
attention
is
span.
just like slowly dropping lore and throughout the thousands of words we're gonna do, you know?
Yeah.
No. But yeah, an introduction. Until a little bit. There'll be some secrets I have to discover along the way, for sure. But um,
This smells really good.
oh, that's good. Um, we are in Denmark right now.
Oh yeah, just basic.
Don't hunt us down.
Yeah, just basic information. This is our address,
Um,
and no, we are students in Denmark.
yeah.
Um,
In the shittiest place on earth in Fyn. No, that's as specific I'm gonna
okay,
get.
any Danish brief. We need all the
No,
audience.
no,
We
there are
love
some nice people
Fyn.
in Fyn, but it's just
Love
like,
it.
you know, when you talk about Denmark, it's like Sjælland versus Jylland, so like Copenhagen and Aarhus, the two big cities, and Fyn is sort of like the place in between, and it has the third biggest city, but it's like it's not really relevant. Like there are not a lot of young people and things like that, but we go to international school in Denmark, which is why we speak such flawless English. Um, and or don't sound very Danish, but
yeah.
what was I gonna say? Yeah, we go to international school, and that one was on Fyn, the best one.
Yeah, and we're also doing boarding, which means that we're basically not living at home, but we're living at the school grounds. So there's still like
Yeah,
a bunch of rules that we need to apply to. For example, there's like this rule about not having podcasts, so we're kind of like
we
deal
kind of like
breakers.
if they
during
find
this.
this, we're done.
Yeah, like
But
crazy.
yeah, we're at international school. We're in our last year of school, by the way. We're not like sixth form or whatever. But we're graduating this May.
18, 17.
Yeah, I'm almost 18.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't even say how young we are.
Why
That's
not?
gonna make us lose traction.
Really?
We're like 17.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, we're young little adults. We're about to graduate. No more school. We both have gap years. We're gonna leave the security of boarding and not move back home to our parents. So we're gonna be really interesting to follow because everything that's gonna happen tonight, like there's nothing predictable in our futures right now. After May.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's also one thing to talk about. It's really, really scary being in this place. And also because we are in this place that's Fyn, right? Which means that we're actually nowhere near our home. He's from Aarhus.
Yeah.
I'm
My
from Copenhagen. And
my mom lives in Aarhus. My dad lives in London now though. I'm English, he's English. And
Yeah.
you're also a halfie.
oh yeah, I'm half Thai, half Danish.
So we're both half Danish
Um,
and something else. Which is pretty sexy.
yeah.
So I haven't lived in Denmark my whole life. I've lived in England just as long, and you've also lived in
I've
Thailand.
like lived like back and forth. I was born in Thailand and like to Denmark and all that. But basically,
Go back to where you came from.
oh my god, Noah, you can't say that on the podcast.
Everyone listening, come back to guys. I want to address some concerns about my latest statement. That I'm actually really sorry, and that I will think about it and do better, and it won't happen again. And I'm really embarrassed about my past, and I hope you can look past it. And it's just it won't happen again. Okay.
Okay. But basically we're talking about because Nyborg is not anywhere near our home. It's where boarding school is. It's kind of like
I don't even think you said your parents live in France. Like,
oh true. But
damn.
does that matter?
Damn.
Oh, okay.
Actually, in Geneva, right?
No, they live in France.
No. Well,
It's because
it's
my-
on the border.
Yeah. They work in Geneva but live in France because France is cheaper because it's right by the border. So you can tell that we're privileged, half white kids.
With
But-
parents who've abandoned us at some little apartments close to a
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
We are in apartments. This is Anissa's apartment. Because we do live at boarding, and last year we were in little boarding rooms in the actual school. But this year we have paid a bit more to be in apartments, so we have space to ourselves, which is pretty luxurious.
Yeah.
I live right across from this one in a bigger one with a roommate. And you live alone?
And I live alone. So probably better than any apartment in New York. I'm sorry to you guys, but like
In New York? They're
honestly,
all from
though,
New
they
York.
suck.
You're all from New York. We know it. We can tell.
Yeah.
We've tracked your
No,
location.
I've actually never been in New York. I'd love to go to New York. I think it seems like a cool city.
I was there this summer. And it honestly I thought I'd be like so can I put it here?
Yeah.
I thought I'd be like so overwhelmed, but then I was also like, I could be here. And we were staying, it was with my dad and his girlfriend, and we were staying in Brooklyn, and it was
He got
really
high
nice. Oh yeah, I
on
did.
LSD,
No,
MDMA.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that was in Rochester, of all places. I won't explain why, but yeah. Anyways, it was like New York is. It's just like it's no surprise. It's fucking awesome, and it's such like there's such nice vibes, and I like Brooklyn was so cool, but also I was in such like a little introduction to me. I was just in a kind of crazy goofy mood at over
true.
summer, so it probably wasn't the best time for me.
I remember he
to be there.
I remember he sent me a picture on Snap where it was like I just love that picture, but it's like the one where you like like it looks like your face has been crying. So I was a little bit concerned, right? But
My
then you
face
had,
has been crying, not me.
yeah. But like and then like you had two like white things in your ears.
Oh yeah,
Like the guy from Get Out. Like the guy from Get Out, you know when he like saves himself by
But
putting bet?
but it wasn't like that. Like you were so concerned about that, like why I put cotton in my
Yeah.
ears. but it was fully because I had like we'd been to Roskilde, which is like a really
we've been
big
to, like, a
music festival in
festival.
Denmark.
Yeah.
Right before I left for America, and I because of like the sound and stuff, and I got really sick from being there because of all the dust. I don't know, so my ears were completely like clogged, and I had what's it called, like like infect ear infection. I don't know.
Oh
So
yeah.
I was like, I gotta clean these out, and that was what it
Yeah.
was.
No, I thought he was just having a crazy
Like,
episode, and he
in
was
case
like,
you
I
wanted to
have
know
to.
about me cleaning out my ear gunk, like
I'm sure they do. I'm sure that will be the clickbait.
this title.
But like, what was I gonna say? Also, when you were on MDMA,
Mm.
because I think he like texted me, and I honestly thought he lied in the start, because I'm like, there's no fucking way you just took MDMA. Like, I don't
It
know, because
wasn't
I
like
haven't tried other drugs. I haven't
other
tried other
drugs than
drugs.
MDMA.
No, other than like weed, and
Yeah.
that's it. You know.
No, it was also the first time I had actually, and it was pretty nice. I didn't have that much though, and was with people I'd like gotten to know, so it was okay. It was fun. I
You
was
just
living
texted
life.
me grass, and I remember because it was like one S. And I'm like,
Grass.
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 And
This is
then
Danish grass. But yeah. Anyways, I was in America. I was in New York State, first New York City, then Rochester.
mm.
And it was pretty cool, but I was not in a I was in a crazy little insane space of brain, so it wasn't that good. But so I didn't
I
really
was in
appreciate it.
France.
She was out partying in Paris with her friend. Wow, we
No,
sound so fucking crazy. We're like 11 apartments.
no, honestly,
meh."
but I wasn't in Paris. I was in France with we stayed at my mom's friend's place because I don't know, it's like free. And then her daughter, she took me out with her friends in like this little town that they know, and this little bar. And her friends seemed really cool. Like they all wanted to be designers, so I was a little bit intimidated because I was like, I don't know, like I just want to take a gap year. I like to make videos sometimes. But I remember when you were high on MDMA, I was in France and I was sweating my ass off because there was no um like they just don't
Air
really
conditioner?
yeah, they don't really use air conditioner
No.
there. So like,
Honestly, I hate
but
air
good for
conditioner
them.
because they
But
don't
like,
in Denmark either. So when I
yeah.
was in America with it in like the rooms, I was like,
No,
it
it's
was so
so
disruptive.
but it's also like good for them. It's better, you know, to not use. They use it everywhere in Thailand. Like it's insane, and it's so cold. Like I can't. When I lived in Thailand, usually when I took the train, if I stayed in the train for too long, it just got way too cold.
It's also when I'm in visiting home in the UK, like bed sheets are just like, or not bed
Then
sheets, but like like it's not duvets.
mm.
It's just like a blanket, like
Yeah,
a
it's the
little,
same in Thailand
which
as
is
well. But
like
it's like the thinnest blanket ever in
yeah,
Thailand. Yeah.
yeah, not like like more like a sheet or something, right?
Mm,
It's kind of weird because I love a good nice duvet
yeah.
on my top favorite things.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes, I did some drugs. Oh, that wasn't anything crazy, but I was in a weird place, and now I'm in an awesome place. Also, we might sound like we have a lot, but we also just went and bought snacks, um, with like the smallest coins ever, because we didn't have
Um.
money on our cards.
Yeah. No, we are broke. We're definitely
But we also we there's too much consumption, overconsumption. Is that what you say? Like we are bad at
consume. Fight Club didn't teach us anything.
no.
No, but
But it's like food. We've gotten really into cooking, like really, because now that we have apartments, it's so tempting to not eat at boarding because there are meals there and they're nasty.
mm,
Like 99% of the time, like actually, not just being picky. I'm not very picky. But we've gotten really into cooking.
mm,
It costs some money to get like nice. Also, because like if you want to get like organic meat and stuff, it becomes a lot.
yeah. But I can acknowledge though we are definitely privileged, and I can like even privileged for being Danish citizens because, and I feel like people like if people are even gonna watch, but if people are watching this from like other countries, they may know that Danish students actually get paid for their like
for studying.
for studying, which means that I also get paid. We only get it when like we're 18.
Yeah, so I don't get it because I first turned 18 2 days after graduating.
Yeah. But I'm getting paid for studying, which is still a lot of money. I have spent it stupidly. I've also been lacking a lot of stuff the last few months, like food and like there's so many things that have been broken in my
These
apartment.
apartments, like, yeah, they're nice and big and probably the nicest we're gonna have in years, but they are like they're built like fucking Legos. Like it's just like little pieces of something, some wall,
Yeah.
and it's all been like put together, like, and it's made to not last. Like
Yeah.
it's all sort of broken and plastic and kind of trailer park-esque. And
Yeah.
also, recently I found out like we had our suspicions, but and it's not an issue. Like it's great that they've been offered places, but all the people living in these apartments who are not from boarding, they're like on they're they're here on community watch. Like they've been given by the community because they've been to rehab or been to prison or something.
Mm.
So I told my dad on FaceTime yesterday, and he was like, because I was like saying it was funny and stuff, and he was like,
Yeah. No, I remember I had like an area close to my house, like where I used to live, and that was all for what's it called? I think it was just like one house for people that was like oh my god, shut the fuck up. I'm literally gonna
ASMR. What is going on? Okay, my phone has been like this, frozen for like an hour. I'm actually scared. I can't have a broken phone. Broken phone? Broken phone?
no, but what was it? There was like people in it was like
sorry.
very close to my house where there was like this house where people who have been to jail or technically still in jail, but they're just like kind of working and they're also like allowed to get a bit more out than like the normal jail cell guy, girl, they them.
Oh, not the day them.
No, but like either way, you get what I mean. But like where they were like it would be really close to my house, and I remember at some point I was 14, I think, and I was taking the bus home, and this guy was hitting on me like an older guy, and I'm like, I don't know, like I don't think I can give you my number, and he kept being just very resistant with it, where it was like getting kind of uncomfortable because I'm like, no, 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 but I'm also scared that if I reject him too much, the womanly experience, that he might get aggressive and turn on me, which is like, I lived in a very like it was just like it's a small town I live in, or I lived in, and there wasn't like a lot of people. And whenever I took the bus, there wasn't a lot of people either. So it was just kind of us and the bus guy. But the bus people just always in their own world. Like I don't know what they're doing. And then I told my dad about it later that day, and he found out that it was one of the guys from the jail centers.
Oh.
And one of the things that I've been convicted from was rape, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
So I was like, that was so fucking terrifying.
Scary.
But yeah, he contacted
You've
the.
never told me this story.
No, yeah, I know. I remember it was when it was in St. Joseph.
Honestly, the things women have to go through, like,
Yeah. No,
I
he's
feel
such a
for you. Any
feminist.
women out there, I really feel for you. You know, like,
He's such a feminist.
like,
he's cute.
I literally think women should be paid like close to what men are paid, and like
think you
vote
make
on
a
some
good
things at least, and yeah, that's what.
I think you make a really good point.
Okay, who has the Fight Club poster hanging?
Me?
Yeah.
Who else? Tyler Durden?
Isn't it crazy how he's not even on the poster? Why didn't why'd they put a poster with like no one on it? Oh! Oh, that was crazy.
Either way, I think that was kind of a welcomes to us, but we kind of also went like broad with it, you know? Welcomes to me telling you about my little story of a man not taking my rejection. And my name is Anissa, so that's what you know so far.
Yeah.
Noah, what do they know about you?
They know I went to New York. Yeah, but all that security is basically going away in a couple months. We like if anyone knows the IB, what you've heard, or if you've experienced yourself, God bless. Like, but if you've heard about it, you probably have heard how horrible it is, horrible. No. It's just it's really hard. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
it
It's
is.
like normal high school here or like gymnasium is 3 years. This is 2 years, but with
Yeah.
more like content. So it's too much too fast.
But that also means, yeah, for example, like it would just be all like pressed together,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
just
and we don't
it's
have much time to do stuff.
and we have exam components already in the first year and everything counts
Yes.
and it's really hard to get good grades and
Yeah.
it's just stressful and it's like
And one of the things that we were also presented with, like when we went into Third Eye, which is our last year, is what was it? They said you will get your life back in
yeah,
May.
so it's
Sorry.
sort of this idea that it's supposed to be your whole life.
Yeah, like it just. I'm not. I didn't sell my soul to IB. IB was like one of the only really international options that you can get in Denmark.
Yeah,
Which is
but
like.
it also has good qualities. Like we take some interesting subjects, I think, and I definitely do learn stuff, and I can see everything. Like I do improve over time academically, but it is hard, and it's hard to do well. It's mainly just about sort of surviving it.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're here now, and our whole life is here on this little part of tiny Denmark. We live in this boarding school where we, eat,
Take
sleep,
IB.
study,
Yeah.
have our whole lives, and we go to Copenhagen or Aarhus some weekends. But that's like
And make
our
podcasts
life.
because we think our conversations are so interesting.
Yes, and we don't have time to do anything more than that. Anything crazier? I don't know. But yes, so right now we know what we're doing and where we're gonna be, but after we graduate, it's all gonna be very different,
Yeah.
and have our own. We have to find jobs and make some money if we want to live somewhere and not be homeless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty scary. I'm traveling. I hope a little bit. I'm not planning on traveling much. I want to
Because you're
save up
scared of planes.
because I'm so fucking scared of planes. Should we talk about this? Should we talk about planes? Because we were talking about it the other day with our other
Elena?
friend
Yeah.
who
Name
don't mention her
dropping.
name.
Name dropping.
Oh my god, we're gonna have to bleep that. We're gonna have to bleep that. Yes, who's my roommate. We were having some alcohol-free beers here. No,
We were sugar high.
yeah.
Like it was crazy and it
Nah,
was lit.
we just had a few drinks. It really wasn't anything crazy, and we were sitting here and we were talking about planes. I don't even remember how it came. Oh, it's because we were talking about we were in Aarhus at the end of a break we had last weekend.
Yeah.
Like our break ended with last weekend, and you'd been in Geneva for a ski trip, and I'd been in Aarhus at home with my mom and one of my sisters, and Anissa, the same morning she landed in Denmark, she came to Aarhus to stay with me for the weekend.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Um,
And we went out with
it
my
was my-
sister and my sister's friend, who's also like family friend, close friend, and my sister was talking about how she's a nurse, and she was talking about how in 1 week she flew to and from Spain to visit her boyfriend who lives there, and both times they'd done like the call for a nurse or a doctor. There were doctors present, so she didn't have to go up. But I was saying how crazy that was because I've never once seen that happen. And even though I completely avoid flying now because I'm hella scared and because also like carbon emissions, but ew, he cares about the climate. Ew.
Ew. I like Taylor Swift
But
and her.
I've never seen someone need
flying
medical
to
attention on a
Taylor
plane.
Swift.
But then our friend said that she had too, and we were just talking about plane horror stories, and you were talking about this really scary one going to Thailand. Is the tea bad? You keep like.
No, it's hard to swallow
Grimacing.
because it's warm.
Done.
Anyways, the one going to Thailand. Oh yeah, no, it's because I mean, I've like flown. Can you say that?
Flown.
Flown.
That is grammatically correct.
Flown. I've
I've
flown.
flown. Right, guys,
No,
I
sorry.
told you I was British, but like I haven't really been I've been hiding my accent. Like I was trying to sound all American and international, but this is actually my real voice, and I just didn't want you guys to have to like endure it because it's so sexy that you're all gonna be like, who the fuck is this guy? And you're gonna like try and like find out how to get to me and what my address is, and I just can't handle that kind of traction right now because like exams are coming up, and I don't know. So I'm gonna try and hide it again as best as I can. All right.
Yeah. But what was it? I don't really have a fear of flight because I've flown like quite a lot. When I was younger, because
She says this, but like every time she's on a plane, she's like, "Noah, what if I die?"
yeah, I always make fun of it. But I'm like, no, because I low key think about it sometimes. I'm like, oh, I guess. No, but like it's like walking. No, what was it? No, because I've flown quite a lot because Thailand and Denmark, which is like two different countries, and mom's from Thailand, dad's from Denmark. They want to keep contact with their families, and also because my dad has a job that makes him like get jobs internationally, like around the world. We travel with him. Either way, I've kind of grown up with it. Like since I was a
Yeah.
kid, I was always like a toddler, just like
But
going
that's
around in
the thing.
flights.
Like I'm really scared of it, but I've had the exact same experience. Like
Huh.
traveled all my life.
Yeah.
I was born in Denmark. We moved to Cambridge when I was 7 weeks old. Was my first time flying. Like I've flown my whole life, and like I'm still like so terrified. And it wasn't like a sudden change because anything happened. It's just I've always been really panicked about it, and now I'm like I can't put myself through that. But of course, if something changes, and also there are places I want to go to where I have to fly, but just
Mm.
really fucking hate it.
No, yeah, but I feel like okay. The thing is, like, for me, it's always been a natural thing where it's like, okay, I don't think too much about it, but sometimes I do think about it, because you people get scared when they're not in control, and we're completely not in control. Whenever we're in an airplane, we don't know like what the fuck is gonna happen. If the plane crashes, you're most likely gonna die, and it seems extreme and all that. But yeah, either way, not scared. And the thing is, there was a longer trip to Thailand, which was the last time I went to Thailand.
I wonder why I'm scared of losing control.
Mm, no, but like there, it was pretty bad because it was very bumpy, and it would do those type of bumps where they go down,
Ooh.
and it's
I feel
like,
like that's always what you see in like plane crash movies and stuff.
yeah,
Like,
because like there, I was like, oh, is it gonna like go down for a little bit, or is it just gonna keep going down? And every time it would go down, like it was a lot through the plane like crash, and there would be times where they make announcement where they're like, oh, everybody's seatbelts on, or nobody panic, or anything like that. So I'm like, this just gives me the vibe of like something's gonna happen, and especially because whenever it would go down, people would either go woo, or people would start screaming. So
oh,
it'd just be like even worse with all this panic and like because you see it in movies, and I'm a chronically online like little like girl, like I'm like, no, this is just like the movies and I'm gonna crash. And the worst part is because my mom is terrified of flying, and I always have to be like the savior. She's sitting next to me and she's grabbing my hand super super hard, and I'm like, no, this is the last sign. We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
I got the
We're
cameras. I'm
gonna
about to
die.
die.
We're gonna die. And I was like,
She was like praying and stuff too,
no,
right?
yeah, she was praying and stuff too. Yeah, that's true because like when I was younger, she usually had like a Buddha that she'd put like Buddha necklace that she'd put on top of me, and then she'd say her little prayers. And she was doing the same in the airplane where she was like doing her little prayers, and I'm like, we're gonna die. And I, in order for me to not freak out, I had to accept it. I
Fight
was
Club
like,
moment. How
yeah,
many times have Fight Club been mentioned already? We
three.
we have we have
Fight Club count.
we have a more niche and cool like movie taste than just Fight Club.
Nah, isn't Fight Club pretty niche? Honestly, it's pretty crazy. Um, indie. Nah. Anyways, what was it?
Anyways,
No, yeah, I had to accept it. I was like, if the plane crashes, what can I do though? Like, what can I do?
mm,
Like, why do I sit and panic if it's like, if it crashes or it don't? Like, pick a choice, plane. And I was like, I guess like if it doesn't crash, then I'm fine. If it does crash, can't do nothing. But it's not crashing right now, is it? So I'll just do whatever I need to. And I ended up watching Handmaiden on the plane, which was a pretty bad place to watch it because I don't know if any of you guys watch Handmaiden. It's the Korean one, where it's like there's a lot of very
S word. A lot of S
very
word. And it's
yeah, it's lesbian as well.
oh,
So everybody was like, "Oh my god, this girl,
and they
she lesbian
they
masturbating
threw her
right
out
now."
of the they threw her out of the plane
Then
window.
why would they put it on the plane? Also, one thing that I do watch on a plane all the time is Fight Club because there's that one scene where he like imagines a crash, and I'm like,
I feel like
Funny.
they would have taken that out though. Like I feel like
they haven't.
But I
no.
feel like
yeah,
um
every plane has Fight Club. Honestly, I haven't like seen
True.
any plane that.
what I do is I overdose on melatonin and order a drink, and then I go to sleep, and then I wake up, and then I'm there.
Pussy, fucking pussy.
I'm kidding, I don't do that. But I have two inventions for planes.
Oh yeah.
One is literally, why do we not just bring parachutes on planes? Like, why doesn't they have the overhead air mask, like the oxygen mask? Like, why do they not have parachutes? And then like you have to do a little course or something. Like, fine, that's annoying, but it will save your life, you know. And then like if the plane is crashing, there's a function where the like roof can open up and everyone's sort of just like, ooh, and then everyone's like going down parachutes. Like, I don't get why we don't do that.
I feel like the plane should just have a parachute. It's crashing, and then, you know.
I feel like if the plane is crashing, it should actually like just like start flapping its wings and fly up again, and also grow
Do you have
long
a favorite
legs.
plane design?
No, I don't know anything.
This feels so capitalistic. What the fuck?
But this
Favorite
is sponsored by
plane
Ryanair, and
no, I can't lie. My
no,
favorite...
I need to say
Hello?
my second invention. I need to say my second invention. I literally wasn't done with my story. I'm sorry, you can go ahead.
No, you can go ahead.
My second one is, I don't know if there's any like little artists out here, any art kids in the house, any art kids here, raise your hand.
I'm an art kid.
Anyways, if you
I'm an
know,
art
if you
kid.
know light and color artist James Turrell, who does like those like whatever he does, like rooms or whatever with like just colors and light, and it's
He
supposed
did
to
the, he did the music video for Drake. He used to call me
True,
on my
he did
cell
do that.
phone.
Which was awesome.
Call me on my
Anyways,
cell
the
phone.
idea of his works, maybe not the Drake one, but is to sort of through color and light, like make it affect your cognitive mind to like feel certain emotions and such. So I'm like, literally, why don't they have James Turrell-esque lights in airplanes to make people calm the fuck
No,
down?
give them a fucking seizure.
It's
like,
not like
imagine
that.
someone
It's
gets
not
a
like
seizure because James Turrell. Okay, James Turrell, good
But
job.
imagine people are all chill and stuff.
People who are prone to getting seizures to like, yeah,
Like, it's chill. It actually cures them.
It's like Jesus healing that one man of blindness. Yeah, it's chill. I don't have seizure anymore.
Jesus did that?
Yeah, he did.
Damn, I didn't know he was chill like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like chill like that.
He told me. No, I was gonna say no. My favorite plane airline is Nok Air, which is the plane airline that goes from like Thailand to South Thailand, which is where my family actually is. And it's underrated. It's very underrated. It's designed as a bird. It has like a little beak and it's smiling a little bit. And then like this is supposed to be its eyes, like where the like captain is. And then there's like
That sounds scary. It feels like you're like flying in a toy.
yeah, I am, and it's so fun. And I love Nok Air, and Nok means bird. So it's like
What?
air bird.
There's no way. There's no correlation there.
No, there's no way.
There's no correlation there.
No, there's no correlation.
But my
And
favorite.
It's like birds being in the air, like what birds do when they're in the air. In the air, not they can't be in the ear. Am I dumb?
Maybe it was small enough. Baby bird in the ear. My favorite plane is my private jet.
My favorite plane is my speedy shoes that can go up in the air with like fire.
That's actually not a plane. Oh my god, why is my phone actually dead
What
forever?
is literally the definition
It's
of a plane?
dead forever.
Probably. You just no, not you deserve it. You probably need it.
But I can't pay for a new phone.
Just get one of those flip ones. You know how like the theory of like Apple kind of like ruins stuff on purpose so you can buy new stuff? I become so stubborn with that I keep my phone for a really fucking long time. Like I don't need a fucking new phone. And I can drop it into the ocean and fix it again because I will, and I will always do. I've already dropped it in the ocean once. That was pretty bad. That was actually on my Thailand trip, the one where I was scared in the plane. Also, the plane didn't crash, by the way.
If anyone was wondering.
Yeah.
I was. I know I was! Wait, also this isn't for that, but I'm actually kind of worried about this because how am I gonna do my ritual? I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
Oh, can you lock into my phone? Not like that. What the fuck? Like, I don't think your phone is gonna work. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't think it's gonna work.
What do you mean?
Like, it's just gonna be stuck in that like thing it's doing right now.
Forever?
Or maybe I feel like my phone's gone through the
Or
sand.
should I let it die, maybe?
Let it die.
Let it die! There's a while now I like charged it so much. Okay. Oh, it's hot.
Let it die, let it die.
Okay, we've talked about planes for a while. Oh yeah, I deleted TikTok, like 2 months ago. We both did 2 months ago,
But I
but
re-downloaded it because I love TikTok. Yeah, I deleted it. And then I like downloaded it again because I I could feel his bones. And his
those
toes.
weren't bones.
You have very bony toes.
Those weren't bones.
Wait, what was that? No, yeah, but he's still like deleted on TikTok because he just
I'm
thinks he's-
deleted on TikTok.
because he thinks he's just better than everyone else.
No,
so.
because I am no. Actually, it's silly because it's like I did delete TikTok, but I just use Reels. Are you flashing the? Huh?
No, I'm not flashing. Wait. Okay.
um, but I mean, I've never really had a very high screen time actually. Like I've been pretty good about it. On my computer, it's a different thing. I love apart from the time spent doing homework, like I love a good YouTube video. I love a good TV show, a good little movie. But I do definitely spend time on social media, but it's really not that much. It's like 2 hours a day, which I know is something, but I feel like a lot of people I see having like 9 hours or some shit.
Yeah, I have 9 hours. I think no, like last time I checked, it was like 6 hours. I have like quite a lot of like. It's pretty bad. I don't
Oh
know.
my
I fucking love
god!
TikTok.
Oh my god!
I love TikTok and I love Instagram.
Oh my
But it's, like,
god!
at the same time, I just fucking hate TikTok and Instagram Reels. Like it's so they piss me off, and especially when I get those videos where it's like when you like when you're struggling and you become self-destructive and kill your and want to kill your best friend.
What? I've never.
No, but it's just like it's a generalization of everything. It's like,
Uh,
oh, when you're depressed and you become self-destructive, or when you're like sad and then you break up with your boyfriend, and or like all this like ego stuff with like for people's ego, for example, like the Tate stands that are like, oh, this girl broke my heart, but go gym, go grind, and everything will be fine. Or like for girls, where it's like, do you want to attract men and actually not care about them? Follow this dark feminine, energy. It's like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, just be your most authentic self as possible, and like modern philosophy um actually kind of accept the absurdity of all. Like, I haven't copied that from anyone. I just thought about that myself.
You
And
actually made up absurdist philosophy,
I
like
did.
absurdism.
I literally
Is
did.
Anisa's.
Yeah. Anissa Camus.
Moon.
Camus. Sorry.
And what is mine? Mine is
Nihilist.
yeah. No, I'm not a
No.
nihilist. I'm probably also an absurdist.
Yeah. Absurdist and existentialist,
I'm
I'd say.
actually a Christian. No, I'm not.
No, no, you're
I'm really
Noah.
not.
From
Okay, what
Noah's
is the
Ark.
difference between agnostic and
Oh, agnostic
and
and atheist?
atheist?
Anus. Wait. The difference between agnostic and atheist is like atheist, you don't believe in anything. You don't believe in a bigger
Oh.
being out there.
Oh, then I guess I'm that because I don't believe in spirituality either.
Yeah, exactly. And agnostic is that you believe that there's a bigger being of this universe.
I
of
believe
this
that
earth.
we don't need it because why isn't the humanity and the relations we have as humans like isn't
Yeah.
that enough? And
No,
I believe in science. I believe in
yeah, me too.
evolution.
The thing is, like, I don't believe in anything. I think I'm an atheist as well, right? Which is like, I don't believe in a bigger
I don't
being,
believe in anything.
or like even a purpose for this earth and life was created. I think that's really fucking random. Um, and people, and that's also one thing I hate about people. Sorry, TikTok. Whoa. Is
Also, if
that
there's one purpose, then people aren't allowed to have individual ones.
exactly,
Right?
and it's just like, but either way, that one thing I hate about TikTok is also like this, like one thing that's like, the earth is so small, so fuck it, like nothing matters, which is like true, but like watch everything everywhere all at once. Like, you need that, please, because it's not like nothing matters. Like, do you understand how lucky we are for this earth to randomly be created with all the supplies that we have to have this like life, and then how lucky we are to have the life of a human being with the consciousness enough to go crazy over the fact that we actually can't really comprehend our own
Existence.
existence,
Yeah.
right?
But
And
also the thing you were. Wait, sorry, I lost it already.
no, but the thing is, like, I think I was about to go crazy because I've always been like pretty existential, except for the 2020 because it was like my nihilist phase. It was like Osamu Dazai, no longer human, like nihilist, nothing matters. Um, but like later on, it was very existentialist, right? Where it's like, okay, of course things matter. It's like, I'm so fucking blessed with this life, but everything got so fucking hard for me to like comprehend, because when I get too conscious of my on my own life, I literally go insane. And I was sent to the hospital, and he went with me, which was very nice.
I called the hospital.
Yeah, you called the hospital.
Yeah, it's just like, no.
But the thing is, like, I think absurdity is also one thing that, for example, many people kind of confide in religion because it makes sense to them. It limits this, like, all this, like,
Doubt, uncertainty,
exactly,
which is
uncertainty.
like this has been a big thing in my life, like, because my whole life I've been like incredibly scared of death, like, and I still am, like not just like, oh, I'm gonna die or not, like it's like been like an obsession and like really bad, and yeah. But I was always like, I wish I could just fucking believe in like heaven and stuff, because then there'd be some sort of security and I wouldn't walk around being so scared that I'm gonna die and like the whole person I've built up me throughout my life is just gonna disappear when I die, and how like meaningless that is, and how I don't want that, but there's absolutely nothing I can do about that. So I always wish that I could be like, oh, it's gonna be okay, because after I die, there's gonna be something else, or there's gonna be. So I was always like, so that whole thing, like having a security blanket or something, like security net, I was
Yeah.
always so desperate for. But
Yeah.
but I think what's helped me, other than SSRIs, is that just like, yeah, that maybe it like just that you will always have lived. Like there's this quote or a part I love of
Live, love, laugh.
Slaughterhouse Slaughterhouse 5 Slaughterhouse I don't know, Kurt Vonnegut, where there are these like aliens on another planet. It's cool, I promise, but and they're talking about like there's someone who dies and he's like, why are you guys not sad? And they're like, well, he will always exist in some moment of time. He will always have
Yeah.
existed. Like
Yeah.
there's it's not what you do is meaningless because it will have an impact on people and it will
Yeah.
have an impact on the quality of your life.
Exactly. No, exactly.
And I'm
Uh,
also like one really big thing for me has been okay, like my existence sort of like it makes no sense. It doesn't matter, but if mine doesn't matter then neither does the one of all the people I love. But how is
yeah.
that possible? Because they're
Yeah,
so
of
important
course.
to me
There's always
that
that.
I could never
Yeah.
apply these like sort of ideas to them
Yeah.
because like they have a massive impact.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think it's just I mean obviously there are, like life is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
No, it makes no sense. I think the only thing that
But
drove me crazy was actually kind of like everything matters, but not like it matters like desperately. It's like I don't feel like I matter, but everything else I consume and I take into like a point where I can't take it, and I'm like, I might as well. My time has come, and I'm like, but no. Oh my god. Anyways, um,
getting suicidal on the podcast.
yeah, no, I'm over that because it is like, and it also was like a very like I've like for example been to the doctor's about it. It's very much like an ADD thing as well, being overwhelmed. So I was definitely also just like overstimulated, overwhelmed, and it's definitely so bad with social media because like I'm never relaxed, like never. I never sit and just like truly rot. When I rot, it's like brain rotting because my brain is just not like it's consuming all this media without
Yeah.
really understanding it.
And
It's fucking terrible.
instead of thinking about how we can solve all the underlying issues, we just both take medication now.
Oh yeah, no, but
That's what.
also,
Okay, sorry.
I
Go.
mean, I feel like I kind of confide in the voice crack. Sorry.
You confide in the voice crack.
Yeah, the crack. No, I
Butt
confide.
crack.
Noah. No, I confide in absurdity because it's like sometimes it's just like, but it's fucking strange. Like nothing makes sense, and I don't need to necessarily make sense of it, and I don't need to be responsible of like the many other things that I'm out of control of as well. And yeah, but sometimes also I have the thing where I get so fucking like guilty and like scared because I'm like I matter, like, and I matter in other people to other people as well, like, and I, for example, like me and my sister, we have a big age gap, so it's like 10 years apart, and she's in France right now because she obviously can't live alone, and I want to spend the time with my sister, like I want to spend time with her really bad. Of course, she's my sister, um, and I just can't. And I'm like, and I know that I matter a lot to her because like it's just a lot that I'm reminded, and also like I recently my mom sent me a video where she was talking about how she looked up to me and she wanted to be like me, and I had such a hard time sleeping that night. Like I felt so bad, and I just like sometimes I get so scared when I matter too much that I wish I couldn't matter to anyone, and I'm like I can't because
Yeah, it's like a lot of pressure.
it is, and the worst part is that I don't have that much energy on me to give to all the people that I care about at once. I will always care about them, but it's really hard for me to show it. And that was also another thing I talked to my doctors, like ADD, where it's like if I'm overwhelmed, I can't reply to a lot of text messages at once. Like there's people that I've read on like left undelivered for like weeks, but I do care about them. I care about people very deeply.
Yeah, you
And
do.
the worst part is like I'm scared that I can't show it because my affection isn't always constant.
And it's funny though because I've always like ever since I met you when we started here, I've been like you're the most openly caring person because you're very like you're just very open so you don't shy away from like telling people that they're important to you and
Mm.
so on, and you do a lot for people, maybe sometimes too much, but
Mm.
like I don't know, I mean, I know what you mean, and I feel that way sometimes too, but I just like, from my objective, it's never something I've like thought about you, oh, she's really bad at showing if like she cares about the people in her life or whatever.
No, yeah. No, definitely I try to show as much as possible because I know that
If anything, you're kind of hesitant to let them show it back.
hesitant.
Hesitant?
Like I'm like, don't show it back.
No, it's just making this stuff for the podcast a complete bit. But
It's just like,
of course your parents were gonna come that night.
oh yeah.
Of course they were gonna fly in.
But I get so that's the thing I'm terrified of. Like I get scared. Like I like no. I'm supposed to show that I care about you. If you show that you care about me more, I can't live up to that, you know? Like, and I go insane over like gift giving, like insane. Like if you've watched like Whiplash or Black Swan or something like that, you see how they have their obsession and they literally go insane over it. I don't have anything. I'm not a competitive person at all. I really don't give a fuck about losing in so many like different like things and all that. But gift giving, like I've never gone that insane. Like I think the week after my really bad breakdown, my mom comes to like visit me here and I'm like packaging like Christmas presents and like getting them ready. And she's like, it's okay, you don't need to like do this, you need to relax. And I'm like, no, mom, you don't understand. This is everything to me. This is everything to me and I need to do it. This is if you stop me from this, I will break down. Don't stop me. And I was like, literally, that's
Stop me now.
don't stop me
Cause I'm having a good time.
having a good time. Shooting star.
Of gravity. I'm about to go. Can't
no
stop.
Wait,
There's
no stopping me.
I'm burning through the sky, yeah. 600 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I'm gonna make a super sonic man out of you. Don't stop me.
Don't fucking hit me.
I feel like we've said a lot.
Yeah, we have.
Bye. Till next time. See you around. Good night, Anissa. Good night, Anissa. Sleep well. You are beautiful, yeah. And cool and sweet and smart. Oh, yeah. Sleep now, my angel. Sleep tight, my angel. Willow just ran out.